Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man issue number 11. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. This is easily one of the best Spider-Man books ever. Currently, yes. I would have enjoyed having this back in the 90s, back in the 80s. If I was reading Spider-Man in the mid-70s, when I was born, I would have read it then. I think I may have read some when I was really young because, there were always comic books in my house. Always. So, just didn't always have the covers. Older people will understand that one. Okay, let's get talking about who made this comic book. We'll talk a little bit more about the book itself. Friendly Neighborhood Mary Jane. Tom Taylor is the writer. Juan Cabal on art. Rachel Rosenberg doing the color art. VC's Travis Lanham doing the letters. And the cover art is by Andrew C. Robinson. Bring on the Bad Guys variant cover, Greg Hildebrandt. And Stan Lee created Spider-Man with Steve Ditko on art. All right. So we get this cool little bit about Peter Parker, Spider-Man, having to get into a fist fight with a troll, and he just keeps on mentioning it a couple of times at the beginning of this, and it's just like, dude, yeah, sure, right, a troll. But then you're reminded, didn't we just get out of the War of the Realms? And yet, this would have been the perfect story to have during the War of Realms, to have a little tie-in, the War of the Realms. I would have loved this, and I'm sure there have been a bunch of people who complain, because there's always somebody who complains, which is fine, but, just think about it. There was a troll in this, and it was the coolest freaking troll on the face of the planet. I'm going to make fun of this troll in a hot minute. Anyway, I don't know exactly when the preview images end when I do my reviews, so I try to wait until a little bit later to start showing stuff from the book. But man, MJ taking charge is freaking awesome. And I mean, yeah, you could pretty much just look at any kind of emergency situation, what to do, online review, whatever, and then that's pretty much exactly what Mary Jane does. But when you think about it, MJ is probably one of the most qualified, non-powered people to know all that stuff. You could probably look at some of those things online in the regular Earth 1214, and we're 2014. Oh no, I'm thinking Green Lantern. No, right here on this actual non-superpowered Earth. The idea that MJ might have very well written some of those because she's been in so many of these situations. The jokes in here are deep, deep cuts. The idea of Peter Parker not changing his hairstyle since the 60s, and it might as well be MJ breaking the fourth wall. You can't really see her eyeballs, exactly where she's looking, but she's looking right at us. She's laughing right along with us. And then the joke, there's a great callback to that joke at the end of this book by Peter Parker when him and MJ are sitting on the roof. This was just a funny, hysterical comic book that still felt great. And there was a feel-good moment in here when you see Spider-Man come and rescue MJ-ish. Oh, man. That is how you make a great, really great feel-good moment in a comic book. The image alone was beautiful. And Juan Cabal, I think that the preview should be ended by now. What is this image right here? Look at the difference here. This is the way he's typically drawing in the comic book because, he's got panel after panel, page after page to draw. But he knows how to draw. So there's this is basically Juan Cabal, and I love this image. I freaking love this image. And there's a similar one at the back with, of course, it's the exact same dressing, but MJ, Mary Jane's name on the front. Love that. There's a similar image to this in the back with Peter Parker laying in the bed. But this is basically Juan Cabal's subliminal message to all of us. Hey man, this may be how I draw, but if you ever meet me at a convention and you want especially a cover art commission, this is how I'm going to do it for you. Okay, you win, Mr. Cabal. I'll look for you next time you come locally, right here in Mississauga, buddy. Anyway, so now I gotta make fun of the book. We finally see the troll, and when we see it, this guy, he's got a brother. And there was mention of wigs in this before, right? So this guy and his brother go to that wig store after this, and they put on the wig, and they got all the stuff, and they're going to grab some leg warmers too, and they're going to be like, I can't live without your love and affection. I can't face another night on my own. I give up my pride, save it for being alone. Can't live without your love. Like, that's what they do. And yes, I know I'm making fun of a song that I know the words to. I have the humor in it of itself has not been lost upon me. I'm from Jersey. I understand irony very well. This is freaking hysterical. He's got the wrist, like he just got out of LA Fitness. He's like, yeah, I was just jogging on the train. This is a good book. It's got everything you want in it. It might be the best Spider-Man issue this week, man, this month. Holy crap. Get the book. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.